how it works. Yup. And cool. Hey everybody. I'm Ron Ripley, and I'm Brick Ross, and I'm trying to make sure that this is going out live. It's doing all the right things. You have to bear with me. I'm only one human being, but thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about all things Lego. Our Kickstarter campaign. We're going to go over that. We're going to talk about some upcoming episodes. We're going to check in on Jonesy. And I just wanted to say hi to everybody out there. So thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I got to take a couple seconds and make sure that this is going out all over the universe where it should be. Yep, we are on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. Hello, everybody. There are no viewers yet, but I'm monitoring the comment sections because I want to see who's out there, what's going on. Feel free to say hi. It says ask us anything, and you can do that. I mean, let's try to keep it real and not get too weird. But I'm really glad to be hanging out with you guys today, because if you don't know, I'm here to tell you, we just started a little Kickstarter campaign for the Joy of Bricking. It's a show that I started making during the pandemic just to pass time and build Lego kits and just kind of stay in touch with my stand-up comedy. So I wanted to do it in character, and I really just did it because it felt good. And then I just started making episode after episode after episode and putting them out for everybody for free. And they're all free. They're all available on YouTube on this channel. Like and subscribe. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, guys. But yeah, all you have to do is look for The Joy of Bricking with Brick Ross, and you're going to find tons of episodes of Lego builds. So I just started making them. People started telling me that they really liked them. I have friends that have kids with special needs, and they're like, yo, my kid loves this. And that's when I kind of all right, well, if people like this, I'm going to keep making more. And that's why we started the Kickstarter campaign, to see if we could crowdsource some funding to upgrade the show and start buying kits that we're going to give away. So it's not really, the Kickstarter itself is not a charity. You're not donating to charity. This isn't a nonprofit, but the truth of the matter is I just want to build as much Lego as I can. I would build Lego every day if you let me. I just don't have anywhere to put it all. All these, there's so many Lego themes I've never even touched because it's my own personal collection and I have to be able to display them. But even though they're beautiful, and I just, the stuff like the new Rivendell set, it's gorgeous. I'd love to build that, but I don't have any place to put it. So how fun would it be to build Lego kits from all across the Lego product line and then just give them away to children's charities afterwards? I want to film them. I want to get the content out of it. And then I can do something cool by just, giving them away to little brick buddies out there that might want them. And I think that'd be cool. That's the gist of the mission of the show, The Joy of Bricking. It's the only kind of angle I have here. It'd be awesome if I could get more Kickstarter backers out of this. But ultimately, it's just, I just want people to see the show and realize that despite all the Lego content that's out there on the internet, somewhere there's this goofy character in a wig that just builds Lego in real time, and there's tons of episodes, and you can watch it whenever you want. And I think that's cool. What do you guys think? Yes. So yeah. Oh, hey, thanks to one viewer on Twitch. Don't feel goofy. Feel free to say hello. That's right. I need to go on Facebook and share this personally. Here, I'll show you what. Actually, I can maybe I can do it from the other window. Let's see. Again, bear with me. I'm one human being, and I'm doing all of this myself. But let's see if that should switch the screen right there. Hola, friends. Yeah, you're looking at the Brickstarter campaign page. We have 9 backers, friends, and brick buddies. 26 days to go. I'm not really stressing it too much. It's its own little animal. The cool thing is I just got word that if I switch this over and become Ron, It should say on my feed. It should say on my. It's kind of. This is a group that just let me post some Brick Raw stuff. This actually, I mean, I could show you. I went through and I had a conversation with the owner, Noah Vasquez, the guy who runs this page. You can see, like, I hit him up yesterday and was just like, "Yo, can I share some stuff on your site?" And I kind of laid it out for him. He's like, "Oh yeah. I've approved some of your videos before, so share away." I just got another notification that an admin approved it about an hour ago. Here it is. This is the post. It's just, again, just a brief kind of, I can maybe zoom in a little bit, description of the show. I just kind of laid it out for people. Hopefully, some people in this group, it's a really big group. Look at that, 140,000 people might see that Brick Ross and be like, you know what? That thing's pretty cool. I'll give it a shot. But yeah, that's so shout out to the Lego Show Off group and Noah Vasquez for letting me do that. Everybody thinks you're spam. And that's it's like the biggest challenge of crowdsourcing and crowdfunding, because truthfully, you know, yes, I would love to have my show funded and produced, but it's also like, if you don't know, the joy of bricking is unlike anything out there. You know, there's tons of there's Lego unboxing videos, and there's reviews. There's people that are just talk about the price to brick ratio, people that just leak Lego stuff. There is people that do build Lego in real time, but it's because you can see that this is such a hard thing to manage. You know, you're trying to manage comments from people. You're trying to go through and that's right. I just got distracted because I wanna check out Alarm Red Media's page. Oh, I have to do this. Let's go to Alarm Red Media's page, because Alarm Red should be advertising that they're live right now. Yep, there they are. Now I want to share this link to all my personal friends and things. What is it? Send the story, public, share now, public. I hate doing this. I don't want to share now public. Let's just share it now publicly. There you go. It's shared to my profile, but what if I want to share it on the news feed? Share now, share to my story. Let's do that. Yeah. So news feed, yeah, we're sharing, and all right, so cool. Back to this. Let's just go ahead. I just want to run through. Hey, all right. That's funny because every time I switch the Facebook account, it updates and gives me like the live stream info, which is fine. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anybody's comments or anybody's trying to say hello. I don't want to be ignoring you guys. But yeah, so back to the whatever at hand. Facebook, we said hi to Noah. But it's like super challenging. It's super challenging to like, Noah was nice enough to let me share my links in his group. And that's just one group. So to go around and do that to every group that you can that has any kind of connection with your Lego content, on Facebook, on Twitch, on Reddit. Holy Jiminy, Reddit people are vicious. I tried to share a Brick Ross link in there, and they're like, nope, shut you down. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're a blah, 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 blah. It got really bad really quickly. In fact, this isn't the situation, because I actually left that group because it was pretty hostile. But like this is like, I went to the Kickstarter group page, right? You go to the Kickstarter group page, and I make a post that says, hey, my project is live. Build Lego dressed like Bob Ross, and I want to share it here. Is that a poopy idea? 21 comments, 2 upvotes. Not a lot of action. Not a lot of action, certainly. But then you scroll down and you see this cat, was a hyper starter here. You know, $200 out of 10K so far. Probably best to restart. Well, that's cool, man. Thanks for that. That was day 1, by the way. I think the campaign had been about 3 hours old. So, I mean, I don't bail on things like in the first hour, but you know, like, it's funny. Someone else posts in Kickstarter, like, Hitch latest and not delivering but successful. They have all these comments about like how Kickstarter just seems like a place for spam now, and it's like, well, my only engagement with Kickstarter like has pretty much been spam. It's let me see if I go to the messages. Let's go to the messages. You go to the messages. This is a funny Taylor Musk. Hate to call you out, but 24 messages back and forth with Taylor Musk. You can see this. This started out as like hey, blah, 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 blah. I think it's like one of the first convos. They were just like, I know an expert that can help us out, blah, 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 blah. Oh, if you don't have any time, at the same time, you'll need marketing to let thousands of people see your campaign. This is funny. If you really go way back in our conversation where it first started, oh man, it starts all the way up here. Hope you're doing great over there. Want to know how important the campaign is to you. Like, important enough to crowdfund? I mean, I don't know. It's like, I knew at this point, I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of talking to a bot. But let's see, because I don't want to be rude or anything. And they're like, yeah, I'm sure it'll be a success. I believe it will succeed. Yada, yada, one-man show. I'll pledge right now. I was like, thank you. Thank you for real. Are you a fan of Lego? Of course I am. I'm about to pledge. Kickstarter keeps denying my card, which I don't know why, but I'll try it again later. Blah, 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 blah. Have you backed other Kickstarters before? It's a real rabbit hole of a conversation that just kind of goes nowhere. And it's always at 1 a.m. And so this morning I got the last message that was like 3 a.m. I know of an expert that can help us out. Surely get your campaign funded with his magic marketing plan. Thank you. I love that. And I just want to be really clear about something. Like, I'm a grassroots organization. I'm a grassroots show. I just want to build Lego because I don't have the room. And then give that away to people. Like, I just want to give it away to people. I just want to give it away to people that need, people that want it. I'm not a bad guy, right? I'm not spam. And if I'm trying to describe and share the project with people, like where you go into these rooms and you're like, yo, I want to share this episode. I hope you like what I'm doing. I'm a real human being. And they shut you down. They're like, yeah, you can't spam. You got to have 500 Reddit karma points in order to post anything in this room. It's like, all right, okay, fine. I get it. No spam. Spam is bad, right? We can all agree that spam is bad. Then you start a Kickstarter campaign and you're like, all right, this is supposed to be backers, real backers. And then all it is it's people that just, people who have hired bots or doing whatever, all of this. The only interaction, the only engagement I've had from people are people trying to say, hey, maybe it's time for ask for some help. Is this your first time creating? Like to discuss a very important issue with you. It's all like the worst, crappiest, broken English. So it does really seem like this post was saying like, yeah, oh man, I wonder if I can go back to that original post because it was like view all comments. Kickstarter makes it very easy for someone with a really good idea and zero visits. Scammers are also rampant. The cost of entry is extremely low. It seems really poopimus. But hey, man, I get it. Like if that's the game, then that's the game. I don't really know what to do. So all I know is that I don't have tons of monies to pay people. And this is another thing too, is like, cause all they're asking you to do is like, if you give us 40, 50 bucks, we'll put your links in front of 100 people, 1,000 people. Maybe 2 of them might become backers. I've heard of backers giving large sums of money and then pulling out like the day before if you don't work with them or what have you. All that stuff is very, very confusing. I get it. There's sharks out there. It's just, it's not the game I'm trying to play. And it's super disappointing. But that's why I'm really pleased to say, and I truly, like I can boast it. I truly do mean this. It's sorry, hold on a second. No, that's not a message. I mean this when I say all of our followers are real people. Like people always laugh and we're like here, man, I'll show you. We can if we go over here, like I'll go to the YouTube, man. I don't care. I got 218 people on the Alarm Red Media YouTubes. That's cool, man, because they're all real people. They're all real people that have taken the 12 seconds it takes to be like, well, I'll do that. And the same thing with Kickstarter. We have 9 people, but they're all like real people. I don't know if you know who Uncle Joey Diaz is. He's a stand-up comic. He's been around for a long-ass time, and I guarantee you've seen him on TV. But he's got one of those viral bits that goes around where he's talking about, like you can take over a country if you have 3 bad mother beep-a-bop-bop-bop-bops. You can take over a country if you got 3 bad mother beep-a-bop-bop-bops. Everybody thinks they need 1 million people. but you need 3 bad mother people. You could take over a country, and it's true. You know, like I don't need 100,000 fake paid for bot followers and spam bots to make my product worth watching. I need like 100 people that think like, oh yeah, I get this, and that's fine. I'll get there. I've always heard people too, some of the haters, like, oh, you just don't want to do the work. You don't want to take the time it takes. Well, to that I say, hey man, check this out. The show is huge. It's, there's plenty of it out there. I'm looking at the page right now. There's a bunch of playlists here on our homepage. There's hours upon hours of episodes. I stream live on Twitch and YouTube. I tried once on Facebook, but they'll only let you do it for 8 hours. There is hours upon hours upon hours of entertainment at here. So, 211 followers, 88 views, 166 views. Oh man, I'll bet you if you go look at, because I follow on Twitch a Bob Ross channel. If you go there, sometimes there's always like 1,000 people watching Bob Ross paintings that he's painted on television, 20, 30 years ago, easily. So I mean, Bob's been passed for a while, but rest in peace, great man. I love Bob Ross. So that's kind of like where Brick came from. He's just nice. He's soft. He's gentle. He's easy. He's a kind soul. Got a little angle behind there. He's a good dude. He's gentle. He's easy, and he doesn't judge anybody. Anything's possible, and he's not there to poop on everybody. And the internet's full of that stuff. That's another reason why I think this is awesome. I mean, you can look at the Alarm Red YouTube and like any one of these episodes. It's just, hey, so happy to be here. Yeah. So I don't know. If you're a fan, then you know. If you know, you know. And so we've been doing this for like 20 minutes. I'm glad this is actually kind of working. Oh, let's do that. We'll go home, and I'm just trying to monitor people's connections. Got a couple of followers there. We're live right now. So maybe I should. Oh, that's right, because I did that. You know what I'll do? Oh, I'm just playing in the. Here you go. I'll let you do that. I don't think I can hear, but there you go. We'll have that playing down in the background. This is kind of like what we do anyway. I wanted to have the show going as an example. It's cool, man. I don't mind. We can walk through the campaign over here on the right. I'm very proud of the campaign that I put together. This episode that we're watching down here is the Lego shoes from Adidas. I hope I didn't spoil that. We're not gonna use any audio. We don't really need the audio. I don't want there to be too much of a thing. But yeah, this is our live. Oh man, I gotta. Sorry, give me a second. I gotta tie my flip flop. Just had to tie my flip flop a little bit. Sometimes they get a little loose. Sometimes they get a little loose in the flip flop, if you know what I mean. Well, ding jangsery doozles. Back to the matter at hand. I wonder if I can. You know what I should do? I should go into Alarm Red. Maybe that's what I'll do for the comments section. Is to just keep that right there. I'm just trying to figure out a way to have multiple Facebook pages up and running. That's what I'll do. Don't be loud. Don't be loud. Don't be loud. Mute you. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. There we go. Now I'm watching live chats, and I'm commenting as Ron in the Facebook one. Hi. But you guys can't see that, so what I'm doing looks strange to you. All right, so there's Twitch, there's that. Just checking, making sure I'm not ignoring you. But yeah, that's the Adidas shoe episode down there. I'm really excited to wear those out, by the way, and Comic-Con is coming up. I think it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna wear those for Comic-Con, and maybe I'll see you at Comic-Con, which is like July 23rd. I think. So if you see old Brick Ross out there, say hello, Zaridoozles. I just feel like the odds of that happening are so crazy, but you never know. If you ever say hi to Brick in public, he will always be kind and return the gesture. Yeah, now I suppose, why not? Why not? This is a good time. Let's take a second and peruse the Kickstarter. You guys want to do that? All right. You guys are hanging out with me, Ron Ripley, and with Alarm Red. We're doing a live Q&A. Real talk about Lego. And we are going to talk more about Lego after we talk about this Kickstarter. And just to, oh, that's right, a sip of my coffee. That's good coffee. And thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us and what's probably your lunch break or something like that. We all have jobs to do, and this one just happens to be mine. But yeah, no, we do have some Lego. I love that sound. We can talk about one of those. It's nothing big, but I was in the Lego store Roozle day before yesterday with the fam. Maybe you saw that update if you're a Kickstarter member and subscriber. Ooh, someone liked that little hi. Someone liked that hi. That's nice. And then, all right, just making sure, just checking the chat rooms. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. Maybe I should bring all these over there so I can bring them up there too, just so I can tell you. But right, the Kickstarter. Let's hit reset. The Kickstarter. Here it is. I'm very proud of it. I put it, and this is funny. Some people have kind of questioned whether or not it deserves to be there, but I placed it and categorized it in tabletop gaming. What do you think? Should Lego be considered a tabletop game? I do believe so. It is meant to be built, constructed, played on a flat surface. Lego has made games before, board games. You know, they've made their own versions of board games. Again, tabletop gaming. Lego is always meant to be built on a flat surface. And I know there's always been like cool challenges and stuff. Like there was a little girl, maybe we can find it later, who was like, she built a plane whilst scuba diving. Very cool. So obviously that's kind of an extreme example. Should Lego be a tabletop game? I absolutely believe so. Another reason why is that people are creating tabletop games to be played with Lego as an accessory. For example, some are making walls, some are using minifigures as their places. Some are using them to make racetracks, other things like that. I've kind of looked at this, wouldn't say extensively, but it's not hard to find examples of why I believe that Lego should be considered a tabletop game. Now, people get a little snooty in Kickstarter because there's a lot of really cool tabletop games in Kickstarter. But if you look at their campaigns, they have a lot of things in common with each other visually. You know, it's very hot, streamlined graphics, very professionally done. So what I did is when I crafted this campaign, I went around and I looked at successful campaigns for tabletop gaming. I kind of mimicked the construction of this campaign off of that. So I don't think it's miscategorized. I think it's in a good place. I think once you look at the structure of it, the overview, you know, you'll be able to see similarities to other things if you're familiar with that tabletop gaming space on crowdfunding platforms, Kickstarter, GoFundMe, whatever, what have you. So I definitely had my examples of successful campaigns that I modeled this off of. I thought that was pretty cool. What's that? Oh, Mark Sparks. Hey, Mark Sparks was the one that reacted. Hi, Mark. In any case, thanks for watching. Yeah, it's modeled after a tabletop game for sure, and a tabletop gaming platform. And I do believe that Lego fits that mold. I'm too old to go building Lego on the floor like children do. So I think to each their own. Lego's meant for ages 1 through 99. Majority of us, if we have, if we build Lego, we've all built Lego on the floor. We all know that experience. So I'm, as an adult, I discovered Lego as an adult. I didn't have it growing up, but it's something that I started messing with because it was just very cathartic. I used to be a carpenter, so I love building things. I'm a veteran with PTSD, and I feel like it's very helpful for my own sense of anxiety relief. It's a nice way to just kind of recenter yourself and be like, you know what, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna build something cool, and I'm really gonna enjoy doing it. And that's it. That's it, pure and simple. So let's go ahead and take a deeper dive through the campaign. We can see how we're at $593 of our $10,000 goal. I'll tell you why I made that goal later on when we start talking it. Thank you again for our 9 backers. And again, we got 26 days to go. The campaign overview starts with the joy of bricking with Brick Ross right there. It's a fun little image. And again, everything is something that like you have to make. You have to make all these graphics. You have to make all these images. That takes your graphic design knowledge and what have you. The layout has to have a reason. I've always told people, this project is essentially think Bob Ross with Lego. Like the joy of painting, it's the joy of bricking. And it's funny because if you know why, like that, the joy of was a series of publications that were just very popular, like in the 70s during the self-help books eras, like, the joy of painting, the joy of planting, the joy of sewing, the joy of writing. There was like a whole series about the joy of doink, 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 doink. And so I think everyone was just kind of collectively in tune. It's like live, laugh, love, the joy of, people just adopted it. Which is why I think the bricking is a cool thing. Bricking is a slang term for Lego. Brick is Brick Ross. I love him. But yeah, Brick Ross is meant for ages 1 through 99. This whole video here is probably something that maybe you've seen before. It's on the YouTubes. I love that they make it, Kickstarter does make it very easy for you to just pop in and make this possible, but you have to have all of it done beforehand. You can't just like click, hey, let's start a Kickstarter page and just start typing shit in and throwing, stuff at the wall. Like that really won't look good, because you'll see if you look through successful campaigns like I did, they all had a measure of production quality to them, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. I'm my own certain standards, but I made it possible so like this could just be a photo, like a JPEG or PNG or something to just drop in. You drop in this link. This is the JPEG, but you've already worked all this out in your own Word documents. You've rewritten it 1,000 times. You're trying to generate your interesting story that gets people, motivated to back you, to see what you're about, or at least get the concept of your show. All of this, like I made like this video with the intention of, okay, cool, it can be used for crowdfunding, but it can also be used as like a flagship video on YouTube, which is what it is outside of the times that it's the flagship video is currently the Kickstarter video. So there's a couple different edits, and you had to use that foresight like in the production process, like, okay, I don't want to be editing this twice. Let's go ahead and make a couple different versions, because the story is pretty much laid out nicely in this video and in this video. If you watch the two back to back, you'll kind of get a sense of any questions you might have about the project should be answered there. And if you want other examples, this is cool. This is the sizzle reel, the not suitable for work sizzle reel that I first made. That was the very first made piece of content that was kind of like a concept idea. We're like, all right, let's see. I wanted to see if I could make this show a thing. Like, it was like, do I have enough Lego to like make enough episodes that people might want to watch? And, lo and behold, after you watch this video, yeah, you could say confidently you do have enough. And a case in point, look right below me. This video is what I normally stream on Twitch and YouTube, and this thing will run for like 36 hours. So at least there's 36 hours of constant hour step-by-step Lego builds. It just depends on what you want to do. But that all started with this video right here in the center of the page. This guy right here. So yeah, going down. This is the bonsai tree episode, which was our first episode. There's definitely wanted to be happy little trees, heavy on that, explaining the problems with other products. And it's I don't want to poo-poo other people's Lego content, because this is hard. It's hard to make interesting content about a toy that appeals to more than just other fans of that product. I want to make a mainstream product that, like, I'm not a painter, but I enjoy watching Bob Ross paint. And it's a fun show. You just want to, like, I don't want to watch the news. Let's watch a nice, kind gentleman paint a beautiful picture. That's kind of what this is with Lego, because Lego is so universal, and I believe it is. Like, it is more than just a product. Lego is something that helps people. You can do anything with it. It is an educational tool that is meant for everybody. Every child on the planet would benefit from having tons of Lego at their disposal. They would build and they would play and they would create together, develop social skills and creativity. And, you can go on and on and on. It's a rabbit hole. But Lego is probably the most, in my opinion, I think Lego is like one of the most wonderful toys on the planet. It's one of the most wonderful products on the planet. There's people, I saw a video the other day where people use Lego boards to keep track of their agricultural crops in the seasons, like what's being planted, what needs to be planted, this, that, and the other. I mean, Lego's a product that touches everybody. It's not just a toy. It can be literally used for anything. It just depends on how creative you are and what it can bring out of you. So I could suck the Lego D all day. Pardon my Francis, but it's just how I feel. Okay? All right. But that's what I do with the joy of bricking. That's what we do. We make the show. It's available for everybody. Everything's free. Everything is free. You just got to look for it on YouTube and stuff like that. Feel free to subscribe, everybody. But yeah, those where those live stream marathons happen normally on the old Twitch and the YouTube and that. We have a Patreon page, but DM me if you want to know about that. I'm trying to make money right now. I just want to get people's eyes on this project, and that's really all I care about. That's the only angle I got. That's how it works. Of course, we've seen all this. Why back now? Production. I want to upgrade the cameras. The camera I'm using right now, like, you'd think, it's all right. But boy, if I try to zoom in and use any kind of different graphics, how it interprets light, it's bad. I think the price point on this camera is about $110, $120. I have two of those, one there, and then, of course, one behind me that does the overhead shot for the episodes that you can see down below. And then for the main shot, I have a DSLR Canon Rebel, what is that, T6i? Yeah, looking right at it. And I'm not using it right now because that takes a USB port into the back of the computer, which is currently being used by a master hard drive. So there's a reason for everything. But yeah, so I wouldn't mind updating some of the equipment to have uniform cameras, this, that, and the other. But this is the big one. This is the big one that I'm super horned up for. It's that, and again, we're not a charity. It's not like we're a nonprofit. It's just the fact that I want to take the Lego, I want to build the Lego, and then I want to break it back down. I'll put it into boxes and stuff like that. And then I would just want to give it away. I always equate it to like Johnny Depp dressing up as Captain Jack Sparrow, walking through children's hospitals, just making their day. I would love to do that as Brick Ross and be handing out Lego to people. I think, again, the more people that have Lego in hand, the more people that enjoy watching the show, I think, is better than anything else. And of course, we've got some cool rewards. These are the tiers of rewards, and these are the rewards that you can get. Just some poly bags. The hoodie is pretty cool. To be, I don't even have one. I'm actually. If this really does take off, I'll be excited to get a hoodie for myself when they go into production. And of course, got t-shirts, stickers, and then this cool Brick Ross minifig down here. That's our guy right there. And Got one right here. That I do have. That I do have that little guy right there. That's my only piece of swag, but it's pretty much where this is all based off of. And so I know if we get to that, let me see, what did I say? When you get to that $50,000 goal, then I'll give Brick Ross minifigures to everybody. If we get 50 grand for this campaign that's currently at 598, 94, 90 some odd dollars, heck yeah. Lego minifigs for everybody. But how cool would that be? Nope. Nope. There it is. That was the sound I was looking for. But yeah, these are what you can get for the price points that that I offered. Again, these are based off of, I was like, boy, how much do I want to offer somebody for rewards? And to be realistic, so, and I told you I'd talk about this later, why I asked for $10,000 as a goal is because I felt like that was relatively manageable. $10,000 is something I can do some damage with. And by that, I mean, I can get a little bit of the studio upgrades. I can probably take a couple grand and buy Ninjago Lego. I thought would be a good introductory kit, or the Nintendo kits with the little electronic Super Mario ones. I thought those would be good for giveaways after I'm done building them. Because you're trying to build stuff. You're like, well, what would kids like when you just, hey, kids, I'm coming in with all the Ninjago? They'd be like, sweet. I think that would be pretty cool. So the price point, asking for $10,000, if you look at it in like a pie chart, you're going to, I think like 40% of that you're going to use on reward generation and shipping, and then the other, like 25% you might throw into production. You might throw the rest into actually buying Lego. And I think I'm probably, it might work against me because I hate math. But I really did, I used to be a construction manager. I'm not a stranger to running large number budgets and estimates. But I'm pretty sure my numbers could be a little tighter on what it's going to cost me to ship to stuff. So, I mean, say if the show took off and all of a sudden I had, 50 backers in Asia that all wanted, something at the $229 price point, everybody gets a hoodie. All right, well, that hoodie for $229, that hoodie is going to cost probably $30 to make. Then it's got to come to the central warehouse. Then it's got to be distributed with all the other exclusives that come with that, because you don't just get a hoodie, you get the poly bag, a t-shirt, stickers, and of course a headshot. And a shout out to my buddy Gordon, who ran a Kickstarter campaign. I've been picking his brain and being a pest to him as much as I can to see, take his knowledge and experience of like, what went right, what went wrong, what could be done better, and try to apply it here. And his critique was, no one's going to care about a 5x7 headshot and thank you letter autographed by a celebrity they've never heard of. And it's true. It's very true. I 100% agree with that. But that's why that is at like the $20 thing. I figure, you imagine if I backed a thing for $20 and it's like somebody sent me a thing. Yeah, that's cool. It's just cool that you got some kind of physical piece that says, hey, thank you, appreciate you. If anybody asks what this really goofy headshot is, who is that person? You've got a little story to tell. I mean, if you discard it afterwards, that's fine too. I mean, it's meant to be like a postcard kind of deal, but just like as a physical thank you, just not like a hey. Because to me, like I said, every follower is real. Every backer is a real human being. I don't need a million fake bots or BS accounts. I need 100 real people to be like, this is a good idea. I like what you're doing. I'm into your steez. Here's a couple bones. And that's what I need. And that's what I need to really make the show grow and scale. That's the funny thing. It's like, there's so much. I feel like there's some people that have responded to the campaign and they're like, yo, it's going to fail. You're not going to make it. Probably give up, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, cool. They love to foster that negativity because it makes them feel better, because it feels like they're really squashing somebody's dreams. I feel like, here's the thing. I don't need money to make this dream come true. I'm already making the show. Look at the YouTubes. I got tons of episodes, tons of hours. It's going to keep going. I've got, You should see over here, I've got tons of kits to build. Each one of them is an episode. Some of them are several episodes. So I need the backers and the support to really just grow the show, get it in front of more people that enjoy it. Because all that stuff will come. I'll get nicer cameras down the way. It'll happen. Well, it's going to happen. And eventually, maybe someday, I will have enough followers on YouTube and enough followers and backers and real people that it'll be like, cool, man. Rick Ross is going to be at this convention. He's going to be doing this. He's going to be doing that. Check out this episode where he goes and he gives the Lego Disney castle away to, the Ronald McDonald House or Make-A-Wish. Like, come on, man. There's so much stuff that this could do that would just make people's days. And I get the joy of building it. And I don't have to buy the kits. That's great. I tell you what, I don't even need money to buy the kits. If people in the future found out about this show and they're like, yo, I happen to have an extra Disney castle that I want to get rid of. Would you build it? Fuck yeah, I'll build it. Hell yeah, I'll build it. I'll build it live on the show. And then, I will give it away to people because I just love building each kit because they're all different. They've all got like little cool Easter eggs and stuff like that. Their construction can be different. And there's just so much I enjoy cathartically about building Lego. And like giving it away after is just another great way to share it. So I just, being negative in order to like crush someone's dreams isn't going to work here if that is your angle. If you're a bot trying to get me to give you $50 so that you can show this campaign to 6 different people and for no ROI, like, all right, that doesn't help me. It doesn't help me. Like, I get it. That's where it becomes like you get frustrated by the predatory nature of these platforms. Cause it's like, I don't like feeling taken advantage of. I mean, it's, nobody does, but it's like, yo, dude, this is a crowdfunding program. If it is just a place for spam bots to try to steal $40 from every little guy like me who probably doesn't know any better, just so that you can grow bigger and fatter, that pyramid scheme crap sucks. Like, that sucks. I mean, like Shark Tank. Remember when Shark Tank came out? What a cool show. I remember there's one dude from Florida has like a little $1 cone, plastic cone that he puts over plants to help them retain water for watering season, to help the plants grow. Cost $1 to make, and it's just like a dream idea that this one dude had. They ate that shit up. And then you go to like season 7, and then you got people having crying fits because they made this new diaper because their cat got cancer and it was a really awful thing, and you have to cry on camera in front of the nation, and then you have to own 7 other successful companies in order for these sharks to have any interest in your little low budget idea. And it's just like, dude, compared to what it started out as to what it's grown and become perverse into, like every one of those sharks makes so much money off of all the other stuff that they have swindled from people. Like, like, are you kidding me? Like, like Mr. Wonderful talks about how great his cupcakes are. I mean, like that guy could retire off cupcakes alone. He doesn't need the other billions. So it's just like anytime they're like, well, I'll give you 70,000 instead of 60,000. It's like, come on, kiss my buttocks. And that's what, I don't know, man. I was hoping that Kickstarter would be different. I'm finding out via all social media platforms that it's really not that different than everywhere else. And so it's like, again, if you want to be negative to squash a dream, that's fine. You're wasting your energy because this continues. This is cool because like these are like what people are saying. Like this is from like real people. These are real comments left on the YouTube, left it through Reddit, left on Facebook. Because what fuels the fire is that it is when you find people like this that really do make that Lego community something nice. That's where you're like, where you like, yo, anyone here that's made a comment is like someone that's like, yeah, this is a really great program. It's like, man, I feel like if I met you in real life, like we could build a kit together. We could sit down and build a little Lego kit together. How much fun would that be? And that's what I want. Like right now, you can see on the lower half there that building BD1 from Star Wars. Oh my God, that's right. I went in. That's where like I got banned. I got banned once for pitching that this BD1 video in the Star Wars Builder Reddit sub post. And they're like, yo, we banned your stuff because it violates our safety policies or community guidelines or something like that. I'm like, really? A guy in an afro speaking gently violates your sense of safety and good taste. Get out of here. Come on. That's where you're like, yo, I know you really didn't pay any attention to it. That's funny, man. It's a funny observation about the world. But hey, man, I will say this is another good point. It's like people do love the joy of bricking. Out of all the content that I make at Alarm Red Media, it is the only thing that I make that has always gotten 100% likes. I've made a lot of other comedy content. A lot of it is very not for most people, but the JOB, the old joy of bricking, that's the one thing that everyone I know, inside comedy, outside of comedy, in my personal life, a lot of people have been like, wow, you're onto something there. That's a really good idea. Which is why, I was like, all right, well, if that's a good idea, let's see if I can crowdfund it, because see what I can do. Ultimately, it'd be cool. I want the show to be made. It'd be cool. Like, I remember when I first started making this, I was watching a lot of Adult Swim at the time. So I was like, all right, I'm just, it's what is it with Steve Brule, Dr. Steve Brule? Oh man. The show with John C. Reilly. It's super funny. I was watching that a lot, and I was like, you know what? I could make something that's like retro-y and then, I was building Lego, and I was actually watching Bob Ross documentary, and was like, hey man, why not? What a great, parody. Like, it's like a nice, gentle character. It's like a kid-friendly character. Could I make something that's kid-friendly? It was kind of like a fun challenge, the joy of bricking, because it's like a combination of like comedy, being in character, doing something relevant. I think of it like Bob Saget was a very foul-mouthed comedian on stage, but as Danny Tanner, he was America's dad on Full House. I'm not saying I want to be America's dad, but I'd like to be something that is safe enough and people feel safe enough putting their child in front of, going, like, hey, this is not harming anything. It's actually kind of fun, and I hope this fella can entertain my kid for a little while. And so far, so good. Like I said, the reactions have been really positive. 100% likes here and there. I mean, it's just, I don't have tons of views. People say, how many views you got on YouTube? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, we can find out. I'll show you. I don't care. I've no shame. If we go over here, we go to, where's my analytics? What if I go to manage video? What if I can just go to channel analytics? But you get the point. Do I have? There we go. How many views does old Alarm Red Media have? You can see 53 views in the last 48 hours. Edit piece by piece, brick by brick. I'm here, baby. Watch my content. Please enjoy it. 218 subscribers. There's a place where I can go to see like my overall views as the overview, like how many in general, like ever over since like the dawn of time have I last 28 days and do ever. I don't know. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna change it and get all weird and crazy, but you get it. You can see the views. 29, 20, 367, 306 views for the sizzle reel. That's kind of cool. I remember, what was the last one that shot up like a rocket? It was this guy. I put this guy out, and it got like 150 views within a week, and then it just... So I don't know what's going on with algorithms, this, that, and the other. Again, games I just don't play. I make the content. That's all I want to do. Another big deal about Ron and Brick and whoever the heck I'm being that day is I make the content. I don't like editing. I don't like doing all the graphic design. I know how to do it because this online presence, it always makes us do that and have to be that way. Anybody? Hey, hello to all these people giving thumbs up. I don't know who you are in our one live watcher on Facebook. Just hi, nice to see you. I'm not trying to be creepery. I got to check the comment streams and stuff. Reminded me I got to check them every now and then just to see what's going on. But yeah, what the heck was I talking about? I don't know. I got lost. Nope. Nope. I feel like I used to have crickets on one of these buttons. Do I have them? Do I have them? Let's find out. Yep. There it is. Oh, well. I used to do a lot of live streaming, and so I've got a really great soundboard here that I bought. Bought a lot of stuff during the pandemic to project out into the world and do stuff. We used to play live games. A lot of that stuff is available down here on Alarm Red Media. You can actually go and see some of the other playlists that are like the Ron and the Raplonians live. If you go to the playlist section, I believe, Raplonians live. There's 10 videos of going live with fans and stuff during the pandemic. So, sorry, I could really I could go anywhere. I wish there was more people guiding the conversation, making it a little easier for me. I'm just kidding. All right, go back. But yeah, if you want, feel free. You can feel free to ask me anything. I'm always scared on Twitch. People were like, "Why don't you live stream?" And that was another thing too. That's why it's in here on the why not live stream or something like that. That was I want to be very clear. Why not live stream? Because it is hard. You can see how difficult it is to kind of keep focus and maneuver around and not be super flighty. That's why when you watch and listen to podcasts like Joe Rogan, they have people helping them. It takes a whole team to make this out. This is another reason why I want to get the show funded, because I'd be able to hire editors. I'd be able to hire production assistants. Why I don't do live episodes of Brick Ross is, like, if you look down at the build screen there, with the episode, the BD1 episode, every single one of those graphics is something that I had to edit in. That bag 2 had to edit in, right down to the size and placement and opacity, put it in and overlay it over the images. The main image itself, the overhead shot with the box in the upper right-hand corner, like, that is done in the same studio processing software that I'm using to make this broadcast right now. We don't stream it live. We just record it to the hard top, to the desk drive. To the desktop on the hard drive. We record the file there, and then we edit it in, what do we got here? We got Final Cut Pro is how I edit. So that's where I'll add in all the graphics and the titles and the PDF images of the instructions. So that all needs to be done. There's a pre-production, there's during production, there's post-production. All of that happens so very quickly. It's almost impossible for me to do it while building. You're seeing what a time I'm having managing almost no comments, no real kind of thing. But you're measuring where the sounds are, talking to the camera, keeping track of comments, making sure that these pages are relevant to what you're talking about. It's a very, attention heavy task. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say, but it takes a lot out of you. So having an assistant would be just amazing. Having a friend, having a brick buddy in the studio to work the studio software is why we don't stream live. But what we do is, we go onto Twitch, we go onto YouTube, and we will blast, marathon episodes. I did one for Memorial Day, and sometimes I'm like, well, it's the weekend, That's because that's another thing that I noticed that Bob Ross groups were doing on Twitch, where they get those 1,000 viewers and stuff at a time. I would love 1,000 live viewers right now to just keep me like, cool. I'll answer anything. But I am also a crazy person with ADD, and I can talk about this all day long. So if I get distracted, you see, trust me, I'll get back on point. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the majority of like how it works. These are the rewards. I think they're pretty cool. And like I said, for every large purchase here, like $300 and down, like each minifigure I think will run out to be about $10 to $15 per. So that'll come out of that, 300, and so will the hoodie, and so will the poly bags and the t-shirts and the sticker packets and all the rewards that come before that. So yeah, and then you'll have to deal with shipping, which is something that, you guys, backers help help subsidize when they back, which is awesome. But I have a feeling I probably put my foot in my mouth on that one, and I might have to eat it later. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, stretch goals, what people are saying. That's the like ratio. That's the future. There is a video on YouTube that I have up that kind of goes into this a little bit more. Pretty much everything I'm saying here is something I've talked with other fans about on other live streams. This was one specifically for this campaign, because again, I wouldn't normally have it in me to just, I mean, as I don't like spam either. I don't like panhandlers, stuff like that. I don't like, oh, no, I'm going to want your gimmick so you can ask me for $1. It's like, yeah, I get it. No one likes their space intruded on for that. That's why it's like, if you don't like it, you can move on. I just think it's funny when people take the time to leave negative comments and things like that. But yeah, when you think about the risks and challenges here, the whole campaign is dependent on you all for success. I need you all to help, kind of help move this thing forward at a rate beyond something that I can manage myself. All of these episodes that you see on YouTube, all these things, this has taken me a long time. Let me see, what was the Batmobile was 5 months ago. That's right. With the sizzle reel being the first piece, when was that? When was that? A year ago. Been doing this for a year, and that was when we finally released it. I was probably working on it for, a couple months beforehand. Just trying to what does this look like? What does that look like? I remember the Batmobile episode up here. This guy that only has 143 views. Look at that. It is 9 hours and 14 minutes long. That means you can literally put this on. If you go to bed at midnight, you could put this on and it will still be going. It'll still be going in the morning when you wake up, unless you're a very late sleeper. So, and there's bunches of episodes like that. The Batmobile is one. If you look at the Fave Bricks series, that's 5 hours, that's 3 hours, that's 6.5 hours, that's 9 hours, that's 4 hours. Those are probably the longest ones right there. I try to keep builds down to an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours tops, because it is what it is. But originally, this all started when it was when I used to build Lego by myself or with other people. We'd put something on in the background. You watch a movie, you have some drinks, you relax, you enjoy the build. The thing is if you're building Batman, if you're building the Batmobile, and it takes you 9 hours, 10 hours to build, well, then, you got to change the movie that you're watching several times, and, that can be kind of annoying. I just rather put something on and let it ride, let it go. Especially, if you're all right, I'm going to try to build this build by build. If you fall behind, you can skip to step 68 or whatever in order to keep up. You can rewind it. Some people have watched an episode and been like, oh, that's how you do that, because I've seen Lego forums where they're like, oh, does anyone know why this piece isn't lining up with this? Has anyone built this? Can you talk about this? It's like I said, the Lego community is huge. It's really massive. So there's plenty of folks out there that I know would enjoy more joy of bricking with Brick Ross. So that's pretty much it. You can always pledge without a reward. Not that people do. A couple people have. Actually, I mean, let me see. I wonder. I'll show you. I'll show you the dashboard, what it looks like. Funding progress. What are we at? 6%, 5% funded, 5% funded, ladies and gentlemen. Brick buddies, thank you. Can't thank you enough. See where they're coming from. I think it's cool. I love analytics and stuff like that. I love numbers where they go over okay, you got this much from direct traffic, external, outside of there. That's Facebook and stuff like that. Internal. Oh wait, no, Facebook is external. 2 pledges through Facebook for $40. Thanks, Facebook friends. Referral tags. 32 project followers. That's kind of fun. Maybe they're gonna come back you know, in the last week and be like, bam. I wonder, it'd be interesting to see if my updates don't go to followers. They just go to backers. So if you go reward popularity, people like that. Okay. Google Analytics, yada, 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 activity. Yeah. All right. This is kind of fun. You can see this alarm red. We posted every day. I post an update. Post an update every day on like what we did that day. I'll be talking about this. I'll probably be posting a link to this because after this, YouTube is going to, I think they kill the link or they're like, yo, it's not live anymore. That's why I record it to the hard drive so that I can upload this to YouTube, and I'll post that link in in today's update so that if you missed today's sesh, but you're like, oh, I want to kind of check that out, you can. It's available. It's not impossible. Just checking in on the chats. But that's cool. I like how they color code it and like pledge. It's funny. This is Zianthar. This is the person that pledged like $1 at the beginning. Yeah, and here you go. This is their comment. Where is the Lego tabletop game here? Or is this posted in the wrong category? That's why at the beginning of the stream, I made it a point to explain myself and why I do believe that I think classifying the show as a tabletop in the tabletop game community is not a misrepresentation. I feel good about saying that confidently. Now, that is like the cool thing is, like I said, the show is unlike anything out there. There's review videos, there's unboxing videos, there's leak rooms, there's content boards, there's stuff that's for adults, there's stuff that's for kids, there's stuff that's theme specific. And yes, there are people that build live in real time on their Twitch channels and stuff, but they can't make it look like the joy of bricking because of the technical production required, because you need someone switching angles. Everything that you see in a Joy of Bricking episode is something that I've edited. So like if I want to change the shot from the overhead to the close-up, that means if you ever notice in between shots, Brick will always return his hands to the table. And that's kind of, it's called, it's resetting, it's going back to your one, and it makes it so that in post-production, I can remove the 10 to 20 seconds or whatever it takes for me to change the angles in between those takes. Having a human being do that in real time eliminates all of that post-production work and makes it possible to do that live. That's why, Joe Rogan is, hey, can we bring that up on the screen? Jamie goes and brings it up on the screen. You need a Jamie. You need a production assistant. You need a producer in studio with you. And then so long as you're wearing all of those hats, you can't really do them all effectively, which is why live streaming isn't that much fun. There's plenty of overheads and time lapses where all you're looking at is somebody's hands. But what I like about the Joy of Bricking is that you can always see Brick reacting to the build. I try not to overload anyone with too much research before then. I try to keep it very simple to piece count, how many minifigures there are, how many bags there are, the approximate time it should take us to build it. But other than that, it's meant to be joyous as an experience when you go through the build and you're like, oh my God, look at what they did here. They built this little thing right here. And like, oh, this cute little thing, it fits right in there and no one will know. Like that's the cool thing about having that experience to share with other brick buddies. That's what the show is. That's what the show is. The show isn't trying to sell anybody anything. They aren't, I don't even think I hammer out the go ahead and like and subscribe enough because I just don't want to come across that way. And it's funny too. I mentioned Comic-Con before, and then there's Brickfest coming up in August, but I think I'm going to be out of town. I might be in San Luis Obispo that weekend. If I'm not, I definitely want to go to Brickfest, but similar to how, the Joy of Painting grew in popularity, it just, they toured around to malls and they just met people and they're like, let's paint together and stuff. And I think that's another one of the next steps, but it's not impossible, but it's like, everything you do takes time. This live stream takes time. Making the Ask Us Anything real talk graphic takes time. Editing takes hours. For every, I would say for every hour episode, there's 2 or 3 8-hour days of editing and fine tuning and honing that go into it. There's a lot that goes into this, and it's every content maker. any content maker out there you'll see is kind of going through these same things, but whether or not they have help is always a very huge factor in the success of their project. You know, whether or not they've got financial, you know, budgeting for like marketing. I don't have money to like, oh, where is it? There's a, oh, dang it. I have a picture somewhere. Maybe I'll post it in the daily update, but it's for $50, Facebook would show a post to 20 more. It was something stupid. It wasn't even 20. It was like 17 more people. Like, we can show you this post to 17 more people for $50. And it's like, are you for real? And that's what I was talking about, like the predatory nature of, you know, these platforms and their marketing pyramid schemes. It's always like they live and get fat off the little guy like you and me and everybody that tries to make content, not knowing, or just like the little guy just forking over $40, $50 at a time. You know, that's a lot for us. I don't have $50 to just go throwing at 10 people. Same way I don't have $10,000 to actually catch Facebook's like the bare minimum of their marketing thing. Like, yeah, $10,000, Facebook will start taking you a little more seriously. $40, $50, they're just going to take your money. Like, I don't have that money to just throw away. If I did, I'd be in Vegas just, you know, throwing it on the craps table so I could, you know, afford buying more Lego maybe. I don't know. I don't have money to give away. Nobody does, which is why it's like a really big deal. It's a huge deal when backers, real people, are actual backers, and they say, hey, here's $100, here's $200, here's $20. My mom used to tell me, I remember she used to tell me growing up, she said, it's not having $2 million that makes you feel poor. It's when you don't have $20. That's when you feel poor. And I remember that was like very impacting for me as a kid. So, you know, the value of money and what people can do with it, like $20 could be the world to people. And I think that comes across in the show too, is like, I don't like talking about how much a kit costs. And if you're a kid out there that can't afford the Millennium Falcon, you can at least like hang with Brick and see it built and have some creative fun with it, maybe while you're building some Lego. And if you can't afford Lego, I want to know about it so that the show can give it to those kids after. You know, that's important to me. So I don't know, man. It's every backer that we have, every dollar that we make, that's super important. And I truly do appreciate it. I can't stress that enough. My thanks and my humble, like I'm very fortunate enough that I get to make a show where I build Lego and I just try to share it with people. Not everybody has the time to do that or the Lego to do that. So I mean, I understand that there's a lot of people that wish that they could do this, and it's like, cool. That's why I make the show. I make it for you because it feels good to me. I love building Lego, and it feels good for me and my mental health and well-being. That's why I love Lego deep down in my core, and it's for everybody. So there's too much elitism in Lego. Like I there's a lot of like very expensive kits coming out that, you know, that everyone gets very hung up on, but it's like, you know, Lego does make small kits. They do make stuff for everybody. And not every product that Lego puts out is going to cost you, you know, a new car. It's just, I mean, it can. Certainly they do make some kits that shoot for the moon, and there's some of my favorite ones on the planet. But some of my favorite ones are also like the small ones that are accessible to anybody. So, I mean, it can be as simple as, you know, just your little. One of my favorite things are the brick separators. They come in every little Lego thing, and I'm so happy to share that with you. I love these guys. These are my little ones here. I'll see if I can get them a little bit closer. But old orange and blue, they love to hang. I love these little gangs. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world. So, yeah, thanks everybody. And everybody that's watching, anybody that's supporting, anybody that just wants to celebrate the joy of bricking. I feel like that's pretty cool. Oh, let's move on. I just want to, I can go back over to Reddit and see what that's about. Like I said, you get my project's live. That guy's kind of a schmuck. Done some other stuff. Oh, that's cool. The Bob Ross Reddit on Reddit, the Bob Ross Reddit. they're pretty cool. I actually had a conversation with that cat one night. I'm pretty sure this is like, yeah, when there's like 11 comments. There's a really nice conversation I had with the moderator of that board. I don't know if that's what you call him. I only started a Reddit account just to to kind of share this stuff, and then it turns out that you got to have like a bazillion Reddit karma in order to do anything in their groups, and it's like, well, that's silly. Again, you get so frustrated. Like, how do I share this show with people? Because I'm genuinely like, yo, dude, check this out. It's cool. The same way you would handing out flyers or barking tickets outside a comedy club, you know? How do you share that with people without, on the platforms that it's designed, like social media, it's designed to be so, like, how do you share that without people being like, hey, you can't share that, dude, it's spam. Well, everything's spam, dude. I want to see half the junk that comes across my feed that social media thinks is really beneficial for me to see. I don't care about half of it, I've honestly, as a Lego fan and a Lego creator, I've honestly been trying to like find more Lego creators, Lego communities. That's what I did yesterday, man. Yesterday, I spent hours drafting a press release and then sending it to every like local news outlet in town to say like, hey, I'm a veteran with PTSD and I build Lego on YouTube, and I hope I can donate Lego to kids. Maybe there's a story there. I don't fucking know. It's actually a friend and comedian recommended that approach, and I was like, that's kind of interesting. We'll throw it out there. Still, no bites as of yet, but fingers crossed. I mean, I don't care. Maybe it'll take them a few days. Maybe they'll come through in like a week and be like, hey, we just came across your thing and we read it, and you're like, do you still want to do this? Like, blah, 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 blah. Hell yeah, man. You never know. Maybe those 38 followers will turn into backers, which would be, I think would be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you want? It's the joy of bricking. It's step by step builds of Lego. And what am I going to build next? I don't know, man. I got kits for days. I'm trying not to be too repetitive. I could have a Brick Ross Lego Star Wars channel on its own, but I try not to do that. I've got some of the architect kits of the city skylines that I'd love to build. Again, I gotta do some renovations here in the studio so that I can accommodate more builds, the builds that I have banked away right now, and just trying to set up my own personal collection, as well as maximize my storage options, as well as have something that I can convert into a studio and film content in here without people bumping into the walls and destroying my Lego builds. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of reorganization there. And then, yeah, what did I get? I got the Ant-Man little build. I've got some Indiana Jones kits to build. The page doesn't have any Indiana Jones builds, but I've got Back to the Future and the Jurassic Park for my Steven Spielberg little collection. So I think Indiana Jones would look good there. I do have Star Wars to build. I got the little brick heads that they just released for May the 1st, the Endor Rebel team. Then I've got Ant-Man, a little Ant-Man buildable figure. I'll be honest, I got that because I really think it's cool, but I told Mrs. Ross that it's for her. Yeah, it's for you, baby, because you like Paul Rudd. It's for you. You like Paul Rudd, right? So I bought you some Lego. I felt like that was pretty clever. So yeah, I got that to build. So that'll be coming up on an episode. I brought these two here with me, and these are cool. I was looking through some of my Marvel stuff, and I've got a Quinjet on the bank that I want to build, and then I realized like the Quinjet is called the Quinjet because of its jet engines, and that was a choice made by old King of Wakanda, the Black Panther, and I realized like I don't have any Black Panther minifigures, am I an asshole? I got to make that right because let's be real, Wakanda's pretty badass. I don't know how I definitely didn't want like the big Wakanda bust. So that I was like, I don't like. I don't like it enough to have it take up that much real estate on the shelf. But I do need some Black Panther Lego. They're totally like an integral part of the Avengers and the Infinity Saga. So they got this guy here, real nice and cheap. It's Shuri's Lab. I think that's pretty rad. It's a nice little kit, 58 pieces. I was waiting. I think that'll be a good one to build with a Brick Buddy on air. We just build it together, kind of make these two little kits together. The other one being, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Big fan. Needed the Groot. Little Groot minifig, the one with the cool shoulder constructs. But this is, I've got the other the ships and little baby rocket and the third ship from Guardians 3. I forget oh my god, they're all named after cool rock stars. Is it the Benatar? Is that one? I get them all mixed up. I get them. But yeah, I love Guardians. I love their ships. I always think they're so cool. They're so cool. And that's kind of like the sneak attack from Marvel that I wasn't expecting. I've always loved Iron Man. Love me some Iron Man. Was not expecting to love Guardians as much as I did. Or Thor. First couple Thors are poo-poo. But everything, Ragnarok was cool, and Love and Thunder, I got my notes, but above all, I do enjoy Love and Thunder. Which I've got kits for that. I got the goat boat to build. So I've got a lot of episodes to do, but I've got to build shelves, maximize the studio space, clear out that to-do project before I start going full send. This is another reason why, I got my hair cut. The old lady suggested I get a mullet for the sake of comedy. And boy was she right. This mullet is strong, real strong. People like it. And then I shaved down a mustache because I was bearded for a while, but I've been waiting to grow the beard out for a while so Brick can come back and visit all of his Brick buddies. So I figure by the time shelves are built, up and running, this campaign is over. I'm focusing everything I am on the Kickstarter campaign right now. That's truly very, very important to me. I want to take this thing as far as I can take it and give it 100% of my attention. I'm not even performing comedy as much as I could be this month. I'm really just trying to give this every ounce of my energy. But after that, yeah, maximize the space, make those episodes. By the time I'm ready to make those episodes, the beard should be grown out, should be, just about Comic-Con. Maybe I can make some content going down to the convention center. I'd love to give away some Brick Ross swag. Maybe I'll have to throw down some loot and order some. My intention is just poly bags. I'd love to give away some cool poly bags outside the convention center. Have it be the first giveaway for anyone that follows the YouTube channel or something like that. Just have it, because sometimes the swag at conventions can be so bad, and it'd be a real boost to be outside. Your first piece of swag is like, oh yeah, Lego. That's kind of a goal. What are we at here? We're at like almost an hour and 20 minutes. People have kind of probably popped in, checked that out during their lunch break, during the lunch hour. It's cute. It's pretty cute. So this year we've had one cool viewer, and I want to say thank you to you on Facebook, and then Twitch. We've got some more. We've got, and then we got YouTube. Looks like that's not really doing much, but it's funny, man. Like this is all. You got to do stuff. You got to share it in groups. That's the thing is like, if I wasn't paying attention, and another thing, I just got allowed, like, the admin, again, Noah Vasquez in the Lego Show Off group, shout out to you. He was cool. Like, I explained my situation. He's like, yeah, man, I'll approve your posts. So I don't want to like take advantage of that and be like, oh, cool. You said I could do this yesterday, and just start dropping in links to this. I know I probably should, for the sake of success, but it also just feels like I'm taking just as much of a risk of being booted from the group for just being a beehole, and I'm not trying to do that. So, oh man, my hold on a second here. Wait, what was that? Oh, my flip flop is untied again. Hold on. tide. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I was just stretching, just taking a look around, seeing what's going on. Yeah, well, totally shouldn't have done that. Forgot where I was going. But again, just want to say thanks. Oh yeah, no. I'm fortunate. I don't want to be just mass spam dropping like rooms that just gave me permission to share my shnikes. So again, just want to say thanks. Thanks for tuning in, hearing me out, being a fan, letting me be myself, checking out this Kickstarter project. It really would be awesome if I could get this made. I would really love to have this be something that becomes a reality in the future. Please, I will put I'll have to put the link to this in the old Linkarydoozle. That's right, because I mean, I wish I had someone to help. Because you'd be sharing in other rooms, using hashtags, dropping it here and dropping it there. I mean, it's all I can do to just manage it on 3 platforms without anybody, being a pest. So yeah, man. Like I said, this is all a one-man show. Not easy to do, not easy to put together. I want to say big thanks to our 9 backers. I'm going to refresh the page just to see. Oh, no more backers, but I think we did lose a day. We got one less day. 25 days to go, ladies and gents. That's just over 3 more weeks that you've got. I'm not discouraged. Like I said, I do care. Absolutely. I really want this to go through 100%, but I'm not going to be discouraged if the Kickstarter campaign isn't funded because I didn't go around throwing money at spam bots selling me, what was it? Marketing magic? Magic marketing plans? 25 to 30 texts I was going through back and forth with that guy. I don't have it. I don't have it to be chasing my tail like that, But that's the thing. I said I would be doing updates every single day, and I'm going to do that. This is the first live stream that we've done. I'm definitely going to do it again. I want to be available to any and all real backers, real people, real brick buddies that would love to help share and grow the joy of bricking with the world. I think that's kind of fun. And if not, worst case scenario is years from now, I'm still doing this. It's not gonna, backing it isn't gonna change anything. It's other than make it better. It's a good feeling. It's a good position to be in, and I'm pretty happy about where it's at. Let me see. Lego show off. Let's look in the old Lego show off. I got a little announcement. Oh, hey, Therese. Therese reacted. Hi, Therese. She's so wondrous. Therese is cool. She helped me do a lot of the website design for Alarm Red Media. And she is another close brick buddy up there in the Seattle way. So, hey, Therese. Thanks for sharing this. Lego show off. I don't know. This is a fun group. This is probably like the most fun group. I'll just, for the heck of it, I will just, hey, where'd that go? I will just share. I'll just share some of the Lego show off posts with you. I think they're pretty neat. They are. I'll go over here so y'all can see. This is a cute puppy. I love that super dog pose that dogs do sometimes. I think that's pretty cool. I wonder. I should ask Noah if that is his actual Pooch Maru. And this is another thing too. Is what you're doing is just going around, checking out Lego chat rooms. That's pretty cool. Look at these kids in this build. Can you imagine being kids building Lego in that room? That's so rad. It's funny. They're also looks like their family, the skier people. That's cool. So are we over here at Alarm Red. I generally don't comment or like on pictures with children in them, though. Just in general principle, not to be weird or anything, but I wouldn't be weird unless other people hadn't already been. Does that make sense? That's a fun little Lego dragon. I love if you don't know, if you ever go to the Lego stores, they have a dragon. I think his name is Ollie. Yeah, it looks like Ollie. Ollie the dragon. Yeah, no, that is super cute. I will like the shit out of that. But yeah, so like normally, like right now, it's like here's the Aston Martin. Anytime you see a build that we've done on the show, you know, you pop down into the comments and you're like, hey, that was really cool. Have you ever built anything with brick? And that is where a majority of the views and stuff that we have on Facebook. I'm sorry, the views that we have on YouTube. That's where they've come from like going into chat groups and connecting with real people and sharing the episodes. Like normally what I'll try to do, that's funny. What I'll try to do is so like this right here, but again, I don't comment on stuff with kids, but I would share the Ecto 1 episode with this poster. This is cool. I saw this flag. Any one of these builds, like if I can find out that they're an episode, it'll be like, oh, see, look, like this. Check this out. Yeah, this is going to be a future episode. We're going to be building this coming up. But that's funny that this is their build setup. And look at that. They've got a lamp. They've got their nice builds. They just hang out. See, I'm curious. It's cool. I love that carpet. Curious as to, looks like they use regular paper directions, which is fine for a build that size. Why wouldn't you? This is like a nice little office area that it's just a solid little Lego build room. I'd love to see this wall. And this is what I do. I just nerd out on Lego stuff because I love Lego. But yeah, that's really cool. If I can find a build, there's Baby Gru and there's BD1, which we are watching right now off below me and on the screen. Below me, you pervies. Don't make it weird. All right, let's close that out. Yeah, that's really cool. And then you just go down. I love the Harry Potter kits. That would be totally a series. If the show was funded and campaign was successful, I would absolutely buy tons of Harry Potter stuff. I would love to build them. I think the build would be so fun. And then, yeah, again, perfect series to give away to Make-A-Wish or Ronald McDonald House or easy. And you know, like senior citizen homes, like senior living facilities, like there's tons, like I'll bet you there'd be some old timers that would love to build the Titanic. Just, you know, I mean, I know it's not bingo, but I mean, you think it'd be good for dexterity, good for hands, you know, just a fun group activity. Hey, another Ollie. That's cool. I haven't been to a Lego store in a while. I should go. There's one really close. This is so tragic to see stuff like this. Like, it came in the mail like that. That's poo-poo. That is poo-poo. Mace Windu's hand. I do not have this kit. Missing figures. Oh, that means someone. That's poo-poo. That people do that. That is such a jerk move. You buy something, you take out the figures, and then you return it. Jerkamus is yeah. That's poo-poo. Then you see stuff like this. People just flex in there like, hey, we spent a lot of money. That Defender is way bigger than I thought it would be. The only Technic build that I've ever built is the Batmobile. But next episode I have in the editing queue is the Bat Cycle. So I've got to edit the Bat Cycle, and then that'll probably be the next episode. Again, by the time this campaign is over, I'll probably have the Bat Cycle episode edited next week. I don't know. No promises. No promises, kids. Checking out the comment sections. Everybody wants to say hello, but nobody says hello. That'd be cool if, like, down there in the subtitles, the captions, they're like singing. Nobody wants to say hello, but do. Yeah, see, I'm reading it now. No, okay, that's so trippy. Woo. Well, I'll tell you what. If you got ADD, it's fun and it's also a living hell. But in any case, hello, friends. Or maybe, oh, that's funny. Maybe I'm the one viewer. I'll bet you I'm that one viewer. That one viewer over there that just keeps causing trouble. But yeah, Lego Show Off is a very cool Facebook group that you can check out. And it's funny if I go to home and I check out my groups. Look at this. Here's Legos. That's cool. Oh, do they do these? I'm sure there's mocks. Yeah. Lego Mock Worldwide. And pretty much most of my feed on Facebook is Lego now. Occasionally you get some. That's funny. That's the Lego Adults Only group that I follow. So that's them. Yeah, there's that person. We have this kit, and it is Pride Month. We need to do that. Missed opportunity. Brick. And I'll be honest with you, and this is probably a conversation for a full episode. Leave a comment. We can chat about it sometime. We have the Everyone is Awesome build. We decided not to put it in the queue. We want to build it. But it's a divisive kit. Almost like the White House build just because of the minifigure. It's one of those things like, gosh, I just think it's cool because it's very inclusive, but then there's other people out there that have very negative opinions on it. And truthfully, that's the only reason I didn't make the episode and put it up. And I think, that'll be a promise. Campaign gets funded, that episode's getting done because I think it's important. I think it's a very important part of what Lego's mission is, of trying to get people to play well because everyone is awesome. I think that's pretty cool. This is funny. That's funny. I like that. But yeah, happy Pride, everybody. Everybody is awesome. I want to get a Ford Bronco, so that's why I follow that. I follow a lot of Bronco groups too. This would be cool. The pirate up guy, because they've also got another dude out. This Pac-Man thing. These kids just keep coming out of nowhere. I would love to build Pac-Man and Atari, but that's just for me because I love video games growing up. I loved them so much. I mean, there's not many people my age that can't speak pretty fondly about Pac-Man or Mrs. Pac-Man or any of the Pac-Man games. So, I mean, it's just amazing that they keep plugging away with those. Look at this build surface right on their desk. That's pretty cool. They got the iPad. We do that too. Anthony Squiglia. Cold, flaccid, and hard. Whoa. I see what you did there. That's pretty cool. See, this is like, I love seeing stuff like this. What group is this? Lego Mox? I'm going to join that. Join group. Please don't ask me. I agree to the rules. I always agree to the rules. Since when do you like Lego? Always. Post will be published in the group. And group must be Lego. Oh, yeah, no problem. And this is another part of the show is just going around and being part of the community and joining groups. The favorite Lego theme, that's tough. Star Wars / Marvel / Batman / God, I'm just looking around. Man, there's so much stuff. God, the Hulkbuster is awesome. Oh yeah, icons, I guess. That's the hardest question here. Yeah, and of course, I agree to the room. No promotions or spam. You see that? Give more than you take from the group. Self-promotion spans and irrelevant links aren't things. So, like, this is kind of a cool, like, yes, I understand this. This all makes sense. And I have, but this is like, so when you talk about my own creation, that's what MOC stands for. If you don't know, MOC, my own creation. The show is my own creation. It's my own creation. It is my gift to everybody. that's why it's like I like to share it with people. It's not necessarily like, I mean, really what they want when you look at this, when this Lego adult fan of Lego Mox group, it's got 34,000 members, but it looks cool. And I like seeing this kind of stuff. That's why I gave them like, you know, the membership. But like you see this, like this is not a kit. Like somebody had to like design this very specifically to make stormtroopers doing Escher stuff. Very cool. I like that. I just want to share links to the show. Maybe I'll share it someday in this group. And that road starts today, I guess. You know, I'm just, you know, like, look at this. 7,000 people like that. It'd be cool if 7,000 people saw a Brick Ross episode and were like, this is awesome. See, here you go. Happy Pride Month. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for, like, pictures of builds that are, you know, like, that's, like, this isn't a mock. That's just a kit, which is cool. That's fine. I'm not pooping on that or anything like that. That's kind of a mock. I like that little transition they made. This is also kind of neat. The Clerk's Groceries, that's groovies. But yeah, like I've got some stuff like that. Like, ooh, you know what I've got? Ooh, where's that picture? I wonder if I can find it. I bet you I have it. Do I have it of the store? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Do 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 do. I guess I don't have it readily available. I have a picture of where I work, Comedy Store. Shout out. I have a little building scape that I made similar to this little Quick Stop Groceries one. I'll have to share that. So I actually could start posting some stuff in there just to put, you know, Brick Ross's name out there. But like, yeah, you look like Lego Show Off. Crazy AFOLs, fail, Lego, all that stuff. Lego, groovies, groovy, baby. But I understand that's what they want. It's hard. It's just hard to spread the show again because no one does it. No one does anything like this. You get where it comes from. Obviously, it's a parody. You know, it makes sense. And it does have some really great benefits, man. Like I said, people with special needs enjoying the show really kind of just like, that pulled at me. I was like, holy poops. I just thought it was something fun that I was doing. So, I mean, no one is doing step by step, every step of the way. Let's talk about, because you get conversation in the episodes, you know. Brick talks about why you're building what you're building, how you're building what you're building, why it is special to him, and that's that impacts, you know, the build when you see him discover those Easter eggs. And he's like, oh my God, look at that! That's so cool. There's tons of examples of that across the episodes. We do need to make another long version one. Wow, what's a good several hour build? You know, and what theme should it be? I've got Star Wars kits for days. I've got the AT-AT, the AT-AT. Maybe I could build the X-Wing. Just got the X-Wing for May the 1st, May the 4th. So you build that, because if I'm going to be talking Star Wars episodes, if we go back over to the YouTube, it'd be cool if each one of these playlists just becomes, there's just Star Wars. They got five episodes of Star Wars right now. 5 episodes of childhood favorites. All these episodes. The Batmobile, the speed builds. So, yeah. Star Wars build. Next one. I mean, again, it's just going to be down to what I have the space for. And that's going to depend on the shelves that end up getting built back over here. So, yeah, man. Oof. Maybe the X-Wing. Maybe that X-Wing, or Vader's castle. That would be cool to do a little Darth Vader series. I could do his helmet, Anakin's ship, and his castle. And then maybe, because they've got his little TIE bombers. That could be cool. That'd be pretty appropriate. That and an X-Wing to round out those Star Wars episodes right there. I always like this one because this is the first microfighter one that we did, and it was Boba Fett. I'm sorry, it was Razor Crest, that you could not only make it from the Razor Crest, but you could make the Naboo Starfighter out of the exact same kit. You just needed variable plans, which I think I found through Pixel Dan. So shout out to Pixel Dan. See, we don't forget our friends over here at the Joy of Bricking. That's another thing too that the show does, is it does shout outs to Brick Buddies. We feature other work. The show could be the Joy of Bricking would make a great commercial. It would make it's a great, I'm not a brick ambassador, but if Lego sent me kits, I would build them, put them online, and then give them away to kids, charities for sure. 100%. That'd be awesome. Lego, send me free kits. I'll build them. I'll put them online. I don't need people to pay me necessarily. I just want to build them. I said I build stuff that was donated. You got a Disney castle you don't want? You got a Titanic you don't want? Send it over to Brick at Alarm Red. I'll build it. I'll make an episode out of it, and then then I'll pay it forward and pass it on. Oh man, my flip flop keeps coming untied. How cool would that be? Paying it forward with Lego. Well, I'm going to refresh the old Kickstarter, see how we're doing. 9 backers. Still no different. I thought it was cool to find out that we got 30 some odd followers. That's kind of interesting. The updates here. Let's check out the updates. Like I said, I do this every single day. Here's the link on YouTube for the link that's happening right now. Look at that. I did some good due diligence, and I'll probably post another update with the link of this almost 2-hour long kind of one-sided Q&A. But yeah, that's the link here. Reaching out is, it's not a simple one sentence thing. I've got some pictures here that I think I showed you guys this stuff today. Yeah, Lego droids where they sorry, your post was removed for being spam and dangerous and whatever. That's day 5. Day 4. Oh, this is cool. Just to check in. We went to the Lego store, got some more kits, and look at that picture of Jonesy. Look at that. I'm looking around just to make sure he's not underneath me right now. I'm pretty sure he's sleeping somewhere. I'm sure of it. Don't tug on my thing. But yeah, I think I feel good enough to say, maybe we can call it for now. I'm gonna go over here, make sure there's no movement on Reddit from any of the posts that I did. And then groups of Facebook. Facebook's got a message for me. It looks like a notification. It's probably, I got memories with Damian Pruitt. Hey, what's up, Damian? You're awesome. All right. Yeah. Nothing real big, so I'm not gonna waste any more of your guys' time. It was really cool of you to come and hang out with me as much as you did today. I can't thank you enough for supporting the joy of bricking and what we do. And I really think there's a future with the show. There's a lot of potential in it. It could be a lot of things for a lot of people. It's just a matter of getting people's eyes on it, because everyone that I've showed it to that's really taken a look at it has been like, okay, I get this. This is funny. I know what you're trying to do with it. You should be doing more with it if you can. And that's what I'm trying to do. If you think you can help, go ahead and help us by supporting the Kickstarter campaign, going down to YouTube, hitting that like and subscribe button. But yeah, most importantly, it's just, Alarm Red Media, whether it's Brick Ross or Dick Downs or the Three Wishes podcast or the Honorable Discharge podcast, it's stand-up comedy, sketch comedy. I don't care. I put it all out there just for people to watch and enjoy. And especially when it comes to the joy of bricking, if you have looked at it and you believe in it and you think that people in your life that you're like, you know what, I know somebody that would love to have a brick buddy, that would love to check this show out, just share it with them. That's it. Just say, hey, check out this goofy cat with the afro building Lego for free on YouTube. He's pretty chill. Spread the word, spread the vibe. I have faith that the show will just grow that way. You know, people will see it and be like, this is cool. And it's a long journey, all that. I said I started making these, publishing these episodes about a year ago. And I started, you know, building and conceptualizing all this like during the pandemic. And it was all based off of like building Lego with friends and wanting to build Lego on my own. And so I just, well, that's that. I said I can go on about this all day long, but I won't. An hour and 45 minutes. I like that. Let's go ahead and call it. You guys want to call it? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and give it this music. Thanks, guys. That's it. That's the end of our stream. Like and subscribe to all things Alarm Red Media. Go to the website. Get some merch. Support this Kickstarter campaign. Every dollar counts. Every little bit helps. It's all about you. And thanks for sharing. And not being a dick. All right, get out of here. You're in my ear. Let's cut it. Let's do it. Thank you guys. Love you all. Stream. I'm going to say end the stream. Seriously, support and back the Kickstarter. Do it now.